Hello, Meoni here, and let's get hyped for 5.2 because they've updated the 5.2 special site once again as of the 13th of February 2020. And of course, this patch releases next Tuesday, the 18th of February, which we're all gagging to get in and play. So the first updated section is actually to the Eden's Verse raid, and the first thing they've added, in fact, to this page is Tetsu and Nomura is being credited as the designer for the new Gaia character, who is this female that you see here, and there's actually a link here that you can click on which shows you the original concept art for that Gaia character, which is really nice. It's nice to see him actually added to this website. It wasn't previously, so yeah, that's the additions to that section. As we scroll down, there's not a ton of updates, but we do have the Beast Tribe quests under new challenges for the Qatari quests. It says, driven from their ancestral home during the flood and forced to live in exile for 100 years, a bewhiskered tribe of scribes and scriveners makes their triumphant return to the Raktika Greatwood. Heed the call of the guardian of ancient Rancor and probe long-forsaken subterranean hollows, that these stewards of lost knowledge might reclaim their legacy. So that's really nice. That gives you some backstory of why we haven't seen them up until now. And there's some beautiful screenshots here that I'm going to get hyped over as soon as I click them. The first of which shows two Qatari in these adorable hats. And I just like them in general. And then we have the little Serpents of Rancor in outfits. Now, I would kill to have these as a minion collection, just a set of different minions, essentially the same minion, just in lots of different hats. We have the mining Rancor there, little scree little boy, and we also have what appears to be like Indiana Jones Rancor, which I don't know what to say. I'm all over the place. I just want them. They're adorable. So presumably they'll be featuring heavily in this storyline as well. So the second image shows us as a gatherer, so remember this is a gatherer only and gatherer specific, so that's botany, miner and fisher exclusive beast tribe this time around in the Raktika Greatwood. And we'll see here, look, they have the subterranean tunnel designs in the background there. It sounds like it's going to be an absolute barrel of laughs, and I cannot wait to see story unfolds. But of course, the majority of other people will be doing it simply just for the final reward at maximum rank, or the second to last rank, and it's for this mount that they have this nice glossy image of now, which is essentially a flying serpent of Rancor that sort of like shoots out musical notes as it moves. They showed this during the live letter, and it was a bit grainy, but now we have this sort of close-up shot. It kind of looks like a serpent of Rancor stuck in a vase, and you're sort of sitting on it. I really don't know how to describe how much I need that in my life. It's just perfection, isn't it? It's just other games are like, oh no, what do we do for a mount idea? Oh, I don't know, just recolor another horse. Meanwhile, in Final Fantasy XIV, a weird squidgy thing stuck in a vase sideways that you sit on. Yes, I love Final Fantasy, and that's one of the many reasons why. And that's all the images we have for that section, but do you really need any more? Very hyped for those Beast Tribe quests indeed. So then they have a section just briefly for 5.21, just to reiterate this isn't coming next Tuesday, is the Ishgard Restoration updates, and it says, under the watchful eye of Francel D. Hallionart, the reconstruction of the firmament enters its second phase, which shall see works carried out on the residential quarter. Once thrumming with life, the area has long lain in silent ruin, but by the combined efforts of artisans from near and far, it shall rise from the rubble once more and welcome Ishgardians home, which is a nice piece of text. And we have some images. So the first one clearly showing some kind of creature being involved in the storyline. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I'm sure that will be explained. I'm sure somebody will be screaming heresy as soon as we start talking to it, so that'll be fun. The second image is of Kupo of Fortune, which is the new scratch-off ticket system, which I'm not sure how you get the tickets. I think it's just from contributing to the restoration and turning things in for those Skybuilder scripts. But you also get these scratch cards, and there's minions, there's mounts, there's all sorts of new glamour that's exclusive to this. It's going to be all the hype. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to gambling in that for sure. And then we have another image. This is of Diadem. Diadem has been changed and now it's gathering only. There are passive mobs inside that you can kill with a bazooka every time you fill a meter on screen to get more rewards from them. Like you can actually gather from the monsters, and you fill this meter by gathering. So you just keep gathering until it fills a meter. You find a monster out of the many in there that are passive now, blast them with a bazooka, and then you get extra rewards. And they've got this beautiful image, which was shown in the live letter last time, which is quite nice. I do like that image. And then finally, we do have a picture of that bazooka. That's the one I was talking about, but you fill up the meter by gathering, and then you unleash the fury on some unsuspecting monster. So yeah, that's the Ishgard restoration coming in 5.21, which I believe is 2 weeks after 5.2. I'm not sure about that one, but don't hold me to that. But it's definitely not coming Tuesday. So what is coming Tuesday is ocean fishing with 5.2. And they say the sea is vast and fathomless, teeming with creatures no man or woman has laid eyes upon. The Fisherman's Guild cannot let this stand, and has built the Endeavour to unveil nature's hidden bounty. Captain Fozeigel, I'm not sure how the hell you're supposed to pronounce that, seeks able fishers willing to brave the unknown, and welcomes any with a rod in their hand and adventure in their heart. And we have this single image, which is all you really need, of the new ocean fishing feature, and it shows a load of people fishing off the side of a boat. Now, essentially, there are fishing points, and the boat moves between them with cutscenes that are unskippable, and you can get some scripts from there, and they talked about some other rewards, possibly even housing items. But yeah, that's all the hype. I am really excited for ocean fishing. If you've watched any of my other videos, I've talked about it at quite some length already. Next up, we have the 5.2 Mandeville Gold Saucer changes, and that's the addition of brand new maps for Leap of Faith. They say a treacherous new course based on the floating city of Nim tests the acrobatic skills of those brave enough to accept the challenge. Now, this looked really scary in the developer blog. If you like jumping puzzles, then you're going to be in for a treat. If you don't like them, I don't know, just look away now. Your anxiety is going to be just dauntless when you look at these images. So the first one, as you can see, there's going to be all this to jump between. It doesn't look too bad, but there's lots of floating blocks. Apparently there's loads of traps in this one, and you can fall off at any time and get teleported to the start again. So yeah, and then there's the second image there, which is a little bit more precarious. That gives me vertigo just looking at it. But yeah, it does look a lot of fun. I cannot wait to see this in the actual game and see all of the people just torrent off the side like lemmings, as they usually do. It's always entertaining to me, and I love little additions like this. So it was a great idea, looks beautiful, and yeah, it's more sort of floating city of Nim, and what's not to love there. So as we scroll down, we have Gathering and Crafting Overhaul. There's an image here in a new section. They say that following the improvements that began in 5.1, Crafter and Gatherer actions receive a number of updates. Crafters can now view the expected outcome of their actions, and fishers have access to a new all-purpose lure. The Skysteel tools bring a brand new experience, allowing players to upgrade them over the course of several patches, which is essentially the new relic system for crafters, and materia can now be extracted from fully spirit-bound gear without losing the original item, and materia can be melded to gear regardless of crafter class. So you don't need to have a specific crafting class to actually meld, for example, a bow. You don't need to have carpentry anymore. It's just based on the particular level of your highest crafter. So that's going to make people who don't Omnicraft quite happy, and the people who Omnicraft just sort of go, meh, what's the difference, really? But yeah, there's a lot of changes to crafting and gathering that we could probably make an entire video on separately that is quite in-depth, honestly. But a lot of the changes they've mentioned in that small paragraph are the main juicy pieces. And yeah, we'll be looking forward to explore that. They do say this is in 5.2 and 5.25. So, on Tuesday and then 3 weeks later, give or take a few weeks, we'll get the final updates to that as well, which is all the hype, especially the new, essentially, relic weapons for crafters. The Skysteel tools are probably going to be chock full of storyline as well. I can't wait to see that. And finally, on the main new systems section, we have New Game Plus. There are new Chronicles of a New Era and side story quests will be available through New Game Plus, allowing you to relive your journey through the Crystal Tower and beyond with fondly remembered allies from adventures past. And we have two images here, one of original Grahatir, which you might remember before he has his crystal accident, let's say. And we also have, if you look at the screen here, Alexander and the Binding Coil and Omega. So you can actually do these sort of experiences more than just the MSQ as well. So the Chronicles of the New Era stuff is a welcome addition. We still, at this point, have no news about 2.0 content. That's still missing from New Game Plus, but they are working heavily behind the scenes on that. So it's only a matter of, months, maybe even like next year we might see that. But it really depends on how their work schedule is behind the scenes. And I know that a lot of them are working towards, 6.0 right now. So we'll have to wait and see what we have in store for us. As we scroll down, we have Parasols, which to you and me in the rest of the world are umbrellas. And we have a nice image there. It says, rain or shine, these stylish new personal effects open up all manner of possibilities for fashion and roleplay. This indeed is true. So we have this image here, which you can see of a Makote with a blue one and a Hrothgar with a black one. I believe we're just getting these two in this patch, and essentially they're going to be adding more of these in the future, different colors and maybe styles. They kind of work off the same functionality as mounts, so you summon them, although you can use them pretty much anywhere in the game, right? You can't use these in combat, you can't use certain actions whilst they are used, they don't provide any buffs to you, they kind of just lock you into that sort of RP state. They looked a little bit static when Yoshi P was running around, which a lot of people are concerned about. But for the most part, they're accessible to everyone, and they do look cool, so expect some really interesting screenshots with those in the future. Another small section here, the tomestones of Allegory have been added to the game. This is the new tomestone update. We have a new image here of the Allegan tomestone gear. We hadn't seen this previously. Let me know what you think about these below. Personally, I really like that shield that the paladin is wielding. It's sort of like a leather buckler with plate on it. I really like the crest on that as well. It's something different. There's a little bit from each of those that I would probably repurpose. Again, most likely this will be the undieable stuff, and then you'll be able to dye it as you augment this, much like the Deep Shadow gear. But like the White Mage staff there is a weather vane, which is quite surprising. I didn't expect that with a cockatoo or a type of bird on the top. I have no idea what that is. And the machinist looks like a pirate, and like Ninja looks like some kind of assassin from the 50s or something. I don't know. There's a right mishmash of gear there, but for the most part, I like certain elements of that. It's something different for sure. We have another section here, new crafting recipes, and they do show us the new crafted gear. So this is going to be, what item level will this be? Will it be 480? Will it be 470 something? I don't know really. It'll be somewhere along those. Maybe let me know in the comments section. But this is the new crafted gear set that you'll be able to create. I really like some of these bits. The Gunbreaker weapon there is really nice. That shiny sort of gilt color with the hat. I don't know, the astrometer's really big and spiky. There's bits, again, from this set that look really cool. I like the steampunk-esque sort of approach to this. And then we have those sort of like gold or brass outlines everywhere on buckles and little supports and things, and on the gloves. I don't know. Let me know what you think about these. Obviously, these will, in theory, be dyeable as well. And I believe that they're sort of based on a design contest winner. I can't remember exactly, but it was mention of something like that for one of these sets, and I think it was the crafted stuff in particular. But yeah, they're quite nice, actually. I especially like the Dragoon now on the right with that big spear. That looks like something out of the Vault for sure. I like that a lot. Next up, we have new mounts, and this will be from the new trial. So no doubt, as people expected, Ruby Weapon will have the Ruby Dragon. So this dragon mounts these, what are called? Squibbers? Oh, I can't remember. The new dragon mounts it. We had one from Titania, we had one from Hades, we've had one from Innocence, and now we've got one from Ruby Weapon, and it's really quite nice, isn't it? Look at that sort of mangled red face there. It glows red, as you would expect. So yeah, that's going to be an absolute potato to try and farm for, I can assure you. But it's more stuff to actually farm for. The bit I'm most excited about, though, new minions. We have a little dude from Amarot, which I hope we get as part of the MSQ's completion, and a little mini shark guy. The little mini shark guy with the big head, with little feet. I really quite like him. Let's hope he's not from an exploratory mission with the submarine. I'm kind of done with those. But obviously, we have the Beast Tribe ones as well. There's always a Beast Tribe minion that's not shown here. But I quite fancy that little shark for sure. And the little dude from Amarot's just going to make people's hearts melt for sure when they see that. Hopefully that's from the MSQ rewards. We have new hairstyles. So we have a picture here of, well, I believe this is the same hairstyle. It's kind of like another short hairstyle. So I'm going to kind of groan a little bit here. I know a lot of you like the short hairstyles. It's quite fashionable with a swept to the side there, covering one of the eyes. A lot of people will be RPing, no doubt, with some anime themed characters with that particular type of hairstyle. Personally, I just want slightly longer with these sort of fronts. The front of the hair is amazing. I just wish it was longer at the back. I don't like the gap between the neck and most of the outfits in the game. I think that regardless of clipping, we should have some other long hairstyle options, but that's my own opinion. These do look pretty cool though, and that's shown on a male and a female. And we also have a last section here about new emotes. Now, they do say new emotes, so new gestures and poses, but we just get here the eating bread. This is confirmed to be from the Mulga Fortune, the scratch-off cards in the Ishgard Restoration in the Firmament. You can actually get this emote. It's eating bread. Literally is you eating bread. It's not a persistent emote. It runs for a few seconds of you eating a piece of bread and then finishes. Apparently, there's lots of stuff like this. They regret not originally doing this as the default eating animation, but it is what it is, and it's just a new emote, so that's something to collect for sure. There's no information if these items are going to be, saleable on the market board, especially if they're from the Ishgard Restoration. I would imagine a lot of them might be, considering they were last time around, and that's mostly because not everybody does crafting and gathering, so maybe they're making it, for Gil as well through other people, like last time. So yeah, as we scroll down, we just have all of that artwork that you can freely look at. But yeah, for the most part, that's 5.2. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be added to this. Maybe there'll be a few developer blogs here and there, but I really doubt there's much more to show us without practically giving us a timetable of everything in the entire game on Tuesday. But no doubt you'll be expecting the patch notes. I'll be reading those on the actual day they come out. Probably there'll be preliminary notes on maybe like the Monday. We'll definitely hit those up, and any additions to that needs to be made a video on, we'll have that on the Tuesday as well. But thank you kindly for watching. If you want to go and look at these images yourself and read through it, the link will be in the description of this video as usual. And once again, thank you kindly for watching, and I'll see you all next time.